Hi, I'm Marla Niederer from OrsinisAngels, and I wanted to share with you what I've been up to lately. This is a project I've been working on, and what it started out with is I watched some videos on Ruby&Pearl XO, and last year she shared how to create, I believe it was called Lady of the House during the holidays, a folio, and it was so much fun. And I created it for my granddaughter for a Christmas present with some modifications. And so I decided to create another one for me, and I never got around to it till recently. So I'm just going to show you what I did. So I'm using hand-dyed silk ribbon that I dyed myself. I believe I used avocado for this, the pits. And I used, the front of it is an image that's in the public domain of Marie Antoinette, and the backing is also. And I used an embossing folder on the cover and on the back. And this is craft text in blue that I sewed to kind of protect the binding areas. And what I did is I made little pockets, and I used scrapbooking paper throughout it. And over here I used a tape. It's called, let me see if I have it right here. It's gaffer tape. And that again was to protect the, where the bends are going to be, where you're going to be opening and closing the folio. And what I did was I actually used some ink, inking pads, and then I also used a stamp to give it a little bit more interest than just white tape. Now what I did for this part is I used a stamp in the background, and I added a copy of a collage that I did recently, inspired by a class that Ivy Newport had presented on her site, and had a lot of fun with that. So much fun that when she presented another class on collage, I did participate, and I created this image, and this is just a copy of the collage that I did, and had a lot of fun with that too. And I used some stamps in the back, and this is just scrapbooking paper, and I'm kind of following the design that Ruby and Pearl presented in her folio, but I'm not doing it, I didn't embellish it like she did, because I'm going to use it for a different purpose. So she showed how to create a book that's actually glued down into the folio, and that's what this is. And I just used scrapbooking paper, and oh my goodness, I think I glued this together. Nope, it's okay. And just added pockets everywhere. And I also added some paper clips, and I just put some tulle on them to make them just a little extra special. And then the main purpose of doing this is, what I wanted to do was do a study of different skin tones and what are the colors that I use to get them. So I was going to create a series of paper dolls to fit into this folio, and I didn't use a stencil or anything. This is to draw this, I used a template that I designed to make life easier for me when I'm doing my figurative art. And I just used the template, I flipped it over, And I have a couple of videos on how to use these, and these are in my shop on Etsy. But I'm going to show you, I mean, you don't have to use them if you're really good at figuring out where the placement is for the facial features, but that's kind of where I fall apart. So I like to use tricks. So that's my trick, and I share that with you. Basically this is watercolor and graphite. That's all I used for this, and these are the different colors that I used. And what I did to prepare for this project is I just tore a sheet of arches into a size that'll fit in the folio. And before I start working on each one, I have a little board that I just tape it down, and then I'm gonna kind of go from there, and that's what I did for this one. So I will do a tutorial on how to make the paper dolls shortly, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon in my OrsinisAngels YouTube channel. So thank you for watching. I hope you're having a creative day. Bye now.